I gave 17 in-person interview. I got is rejection email. Now I feel I'm doing something wrong. The interviewers are not trying to torture you. Their motive is to quickly learn enough about you to make an informed decision. Should you stay or should you go? By the same token, if you know what they are looking for, you can craft your answers accordingly. I think I can help you in that. Once I showed up late 1 minute, they were not happy about it, but my vehicle would not start. For many interviews, if you're showing up late, is an immediate cause for canceling the interview. It doesn't matter that traffic backed up or you just got lost in the elevator or whatever it may be. I have read that we should smell good while going for an interview. I was looking for a good brand of perfume. I found one. However, my mom gets a headache whenever I apply that. Poor grooming is the basic turn off. Wearing so much perfume or cologne that a gasping interviewer's lungs for a window, it is a bad way to start. I saw a couple of interview ladies were with heavy makeup. So, should I go for an interview in that way? Or should I go to a beauty parlor for a hairdo? So is wearing more makeup than a runaway model, clanging along with the pocket full of change, handful of bangles and bells. You may have pertinent skills and experiences. Heck, you may be the perfect for the job, but you never get the chance to tout your credential if your grooming makes a poor first impression. I'm very observant. When I go for interview, if I reach early, I observe candidates, how, what they do. In one of the interview when I reached, I could smell cigar. It was too strong. I started coughing. I found couple of people going out and then I understood they were going out for smoking. Smoking is no longer acceptable behavior anywhere, anytime. And don't kill yourself behaving awkwardly just because you don't light up during an interview. Does not mean that everyone in the room does not know that you smoke. You know, you also came to know. I would say if you smoke, stop. Not just that morning for the interview. Just stop. There are many companies that won't hire you because of additional health risk you bring on the table, or just because they don't want to deal with the downtime. As you head off once every hour for the attractive corner beside the front door, sometimes you would be offered cigar in interview. Well, that is a red alert. Do not smoke even if the interviewers light up and encourages you to do so. Likewise, keeping your cell phone on during the interview qualifies an inappropriate behavior. Actually, receiving or making a call ranks a bizarre. Pause and remain cool to remember what are the best behavior for the interview. My classmate, he once lied about his graduate school. I don't know why, but I think he was not getting job. So he thought if he lie about his school that he graduated, he may get the job. Yeah, if you lie about anything, especially where and when you worked, what you did, where and when you attended college, you will be caught no matter how lowly the job. There are significant expenses involved in hiring someone. Companies will take the time to check out references, and the higher position, more intensive the scrutiny will be. Even if the lie is inconsequential, the every fact that you lied will, in virtually all instances, be immediate ground for dismissal. Lacking a particular skill or experience may not automatically exclude you from getting a job. Lying, yes, it will. So, honesty is the best policy? Well, honesty may be the best policy. It is not necessary to share everything and everything with your interviewer. He is not your priest, and you are not in a confessional. Anything you do in the privacy of your own home is not something you need to share. I worked in a firm for a couple of weeks. To be honest, the boss was horrible. He would always ask everyone to stay back and work. I used to hate that. He comes to the office late and makes a big deal if other employees go home on time. I left that organization after I got my first paycheck. Talking about your last job, such as complaining about your last job, boss, duties, or even the elevator ride upstairs should be avoided at all the cost. I go well prepared for the interview. When my turn comes and I see three people sitting opposite to me, my stomach butterfly starts rolling. I find difficult to look at them. I do try. Your failure to look at them in the eye indicates that you have something to hide. Do you have something to hide? So instead of being overly fidgety or nervous, greet the interviewer with a firm handshake. Let it be non-COVID situation. Face him or her, sit up straight, and of course, look at them in the eye. Breaking eye contact occasionally is also a good idea because staring at someone without blinking for more than a few seconds will make him or her nervous too. Likewise, interviewers are looking for people who are enthusiastic about what they do, or sighing, looking outside the window, or checking your watch during the question is not creating the right impression. If you don't seem interested in the job, why should they be interested in hiring you? In couple of my interview, I have seen that interviewer leaning backward and looking or listening to me. I thought I would get that job as he was listening, but the result would come as negative. That's a good observation. Don't underestimate the effect of your body language on the interviewer. While many people don't mean what they say or say what they mean, their non-verbal actions reveal exactly what they are feeling. You need to understand not only what your own body language is communicating to the interviewer, but what you can learn from his or hers. If he's crossed his arm or leans back in a chair, you almost lost him. But if he is leaning forward, nodding while you speak, and gesturing, you are keeping him interested. Yes, don't overanalyze the situation. If the interviewer vigorously rubbing her eyes may be just telling you that she did not get enough sleep last night. Can I ask, what does this company do? As a last question. A key part of the interview process is preparation, researching the company, industry, and the position that you have applied for, preparing appropriate questions, being ready to sprinkle your knowledge into the conversation of interview process is what is expected. So failing to do any of this will not impress most interviewers. So if a candidate asks what the company is doing, you may never get hired. Okay, so every interview is different and my answer needs to fit into company's needs and my qualification also should match. Every interviews are different, right? So will you be able to tell that whether this answer is right or whether that answer is wrong? Since the best answers are customized to fit the company's need and your qualification, it's often difficult, if not impossible, to say that a particular answer is right or wrong. But there are answers that are clearly wrong, and that is what we are going to discuss now. The first one, if north is asked and you talk about south, it is clearly wrong. Any answer, no matter how articulated and specific, that fails to actually answer the question is asked. The second, you followed everything a good candidate does. However, it's clearly wrong if any answer that reveal you are clearly unqualified for the job. Third, you're confident and while talking you said something that was not in your cover letter. So it's clearly wrong that any answer that provides information that does not jibe with your resume or cover letter. The fourth one, While in your interview, you might have said that you are open for critics and take responsibilities. It will be clearly wrong if any answer that reveals an inability to take responsibility for failure, weakness, bad decisions, bad result, or one that tries to take full credit for a project to which others clearly contributed. Now, after this, let me give you a last tip or last note. Although many interviewers will not consider inappropriate dress for grooming or too much of fragrance the reason for dismissal. That does not mean that you go overdress and keep on putting the perfume. Well, guys, if you have liked this interview session and if you have learned something little bit, then also please press the like button and the subscribe button if you have not subscribed to this channel. Good luck for your interview.